Hey guys, it's just Tanya here, founder of the TNG Designs Group Limited. I hope you're all staying safe and well. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to find a great graphic designer. So how to find a great graphic designer can sometimes be a bit of a minefield. And do you know what? As much as we do what we do, we're focused, especially on the end goal, trying to make sure that we pick up this right person or this right tool, this right aspect in somebody. It's kind of a little bit of a tricky thing to do, but only because we're just not quite sure about the type of things that we actually need to look into. Now I'm going to give you 5 things in particular as to what you can actually do to tap into when you're actually approaching somebody or looking for somebody to actually help you out along your business journey or even your brand journey more so. So, number 1 thing that we actually need to work on and actually make sure that you always lead with you know what I'm going to be saying, especially from now if you've been watching a couple of my other videos as well. Lead with your values. Tap into what your own values are and then use those values to help pick out somebody that you've actually seen, or maybe you've seen somebody's work. Use your values to think, do you know what? This is what I believe in, and I believe that they equally believe in the same thing. So when you lead with your values, you're going to start attracting or even connecting better with the people that you actually want to connect with, especially when it comes to your graphic designer. Number 2, resonate. Does anything resonate, or especially what they do, resonate with you? Now, number 1 was talking about your values. Do their own values resonate with you? Does what their talents represent, the style of work that they do, resonate with you? If it gives you a natural feel-good factor, then go for it. That's the type of person that you actually want to work with. If, for example, they're actually also giving you that additional information when it comes to giving the advice, that's the type of person that you want to work with. Because at the end of the day, it's so easy, especially to go onto certain platforms where unfortunately that little barrier, that little resonate factor doesn't actually work. Because do you know what? We actually know that we need to get to a certain point, and sometimes we want to do it a little bit quicker than what we should, but at the same time, don't let that quickness of getting things done quickly overshadow the idea of resonating. You need to be able to resonate with their talent, resonate with the goods that they do, resonate with their own values, resonate with the type of advice that they're giving. Very, very key, especially when you want to have synergy, and that's number 3 thing to look out for. Synergy, being able to work with that person as much as you want to work with them, bearing in mind they're also going to be interviewing you. What do you like? So, like goes for like in this respect. If you're looking for something, or someone's rather, to be talented in what they do, to be giving that information equally, what about you as well? Are you asking the right questions? You know, you need to be able to give that feedback. You need to be able to have that synergy. You need to be able to have that level of communication to understand that person can only go so far if you're also giving that additional information too. But equally, I get it. Do you know what? Sometimes you don't have that question until you're presented with the answer. So be open to the information that you're given. Also, sometimes we also have to, as much as we're thinking that this is for us, it absolutely is for us. When you're the person going to a designer, that is. Make sure that you're also equally open to hearing this information that's coming back to you. Make sure that you're equally open to understanding the advice that's coming back to you. But that being said, you know when the advice that's being given to you isn't quite the advice that doesn't sit right with you. So don't be afraid to speak up when you need to be able to speak up, because otherwise the designer can only bounce back off the information that's been given to them. So having that level of synergy, that level of communication, that level of understanding is what's going to be game changing for the type of person that you actually go for when you're looking for your designer. Number 4, we're going to look at the idea of comfortability. How comfortable do you feel with this person? When you've met them, even it could be via virtual situations. When you've met them or spoken to them via email, how well are they actually responding to you? How quickly are they responding to you? How much information are they equally giving back to you by way of advice? Sometimes, again, talking about the idea of synergy, technically these two go hand in hand. Pretty much they all do, really. But with comfortability, You need to be able to have that level of confidence in being able to ask those right questions, because you know what? You now feel comfortable to be able to do so. But equally, they should allow you to be able to feel comfortable. They should have that welcoming nature to be able to welcome those questions that come back to them. So have a think about that one. And number 5, think about the idea of reassurance, the idea of their talent, the idea of what they do. Has it reassured you that they can actually do the job for you? Has it actually reassured you that they actually understand you? That is a very, very key thing. Because sometimes, and I get it, being the designer myself, sometimes we get clients given to us, or we see clients, we speak to clients. And sometimes, yes, we don't quite know what it is that they're looking for because they haven't been able to talk about it properly. But that's only because we then should be able to tap into certain key little words that you would have spoken about, that then we can then escalate from. And then we can then ask you the right questions. Is your designer, is that person that you've actually gone to seek the information from, are they giving you that right bit of information back? Because when they give that right bit of information back to you, or even ask you the right questions, it allows you to then think, okay, so I need to actually tap back into this information and give that information to them. They're going to be asking you for information, so please be willing to give that to them. Equally, if they don't ask you for quite enough information, or quite a lot of information, in fact, if they're just sitting there, just taking it all in, arms folded, maybe that's not the person to go for. Go for somebody who's open. You want them to be open. You want them to be willing to understand you, because if they don't understand you, they need to be able to deep dive into your heads. If they're not willing to do that, then unfortunately you're not going to get the results that you want. And unfortunately, if this is something that's happened to you a lot, you're going to be running those same continuous cycles of something not quite working for you. Or because you didn't quite take the time to actually address those 5 things. Look into, do a little bit of research as well into that designer to be able to find out that that's what they actually are going to be doing for you. So take the time, guys. Make sure you take the time, invest in that time. Remember, I would have talked in my previous video talking about what's your stake in this information. What is your stake that you're actually putting in to get the results that you want from not only your logo, but for also your brand as well. Very, very key things to be thinking about. Put in that time, put in that energy to do the research, get the right designer on board. Equally, seek out a brand specialist. They will give you all the information that you also need in order to be able to do these things. And usually have graphic designers on board to be able to do this as well. So think about that. Think about not just for the now. Think about how you actually see your business. And think about how you actually see it scaling in different avenues. Again, you would have seen a previous video of mine talking about the key things why certain things won't work within specific free logos or smaller charge logos. The only reason why I address those points, because do you know what? They're key fundamentals once again. Key fundamentals that we need to make sure that we address in order to be understanding that our logo is not just for this little section of our business. Our logo travels. Our logo has journeys to take. And it needs to be able to accompany our brand and give our brand the best face that it needs to, so that our brand can keep pushing it out even further, keep helping it to shine with the brand message, with the brand voice, all that kind of stuff. Use those key things to be able to understand, okay, this is the advice that I need back. This is the information that I hope to get out of this session. And this is the information that I want to make sure that I can give my designer so that they can go on and push out that right project for me. So guys, I hope this video helped. Please go ahead, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more videos. Also, do not miss out on my free guide. It is, as I said, totally free. So download that guide, make sure you get all the juicy little nuggets that I've given you within that guide. Get all the information that you need so that you can actually scale up in your business even more so. So go ahead, download that guide. Guys, I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.